Welcome on, everybody. Very exciting to be here. My name is Tony Procopio. I'm joined by all of the partners and above in Think Plus. Here we are. I think was this our third call? I think the third or second call. I can't even remember. It's just amazing how exciting this is. We're moving forward. This is our weekly call that we're doing. And, we've got a lot of momentum going in the company, lots of things to share tonight. We're going to get right into it and get started to get you up to date and up to speed on what is happening with our company. Then we're going to hear from some people tonight as well. We're also going to be giving away some money, some winnings, some earnings, and some other things, not just money, but some other things. So it's really exciting. I am joined by all of the partners with us here. So we'll get rolling here and then they'll jump in as we get started. So let me share my screen if I can possibly do that while I'm trying to figure out what everything's going on the screen here. I think we're pretty good. Yes, indeed. So let's do that. So you guys, this is our call. Take a screenshot of this, get this out to your team on a regular basis. This is going to be a static link that's going to happen constantly. So make sure you have that link, that 443 Zoom link, as well as the dial-in for people who need to dial in. We're keeping that rolling so that you can invite everybody on. No excuse. Get everybody onto the call. If they have to dial in, let them do it. If they're driving, no problem. You don't have to be stationary to join us in this. So you guys, appreciate you guys being here. We're going to also talk. Let me see if I can advance the slide here. There we go. I think I've got it. We are going to talk about events that you can find in the web office. So if you're wondering where events are, they're in your web office. Just click on the Think Success widget. It'll take you to events. That's where everybody finds their events. You don't have to ask, where's the link? How do I get there? It's in your web office. Tomorrow, March 4th, noon Eastern time. This is a big one. Kelly Broughton, our Senior Director of Training and Leadership, along with a brand new addition to the team, Melissa Dawson, the new Director of Training and Certification, is going to be on there with Fabiola Carrasco and Mandy Smith, who just are fresh off of the Leadership Summit. They're going to be introducing this thing for the first time, fully public, the new 3+3+3 formula for success. You guys, you do not want to miss this. Get everyone onto this call tomorrow. Pack this thing out. 12 o'clock Eastern. That's 11 Central. Get on there. It's going to be very exciting. This is going to move you into action like never before. So make sure you plug into that as we're going. We also, the following day, this is back to back to back here, Thursday, March 5th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Get onto the Empower Hour call. This is going to be Charla Gervers, our Chief Growth Officer, along with Kelly, Melissa, the entire team, the corporate team. They're going to be on there talking about, first of all, lots of recognition, the promotions that are coming up, and then updates. There's always updates. There's always something new, something that's just cutting edge with what we're doing. That's the newest information. You want to get your team plugged into this. Look, information is the lifeline of our business. If you're not plugged in, you're not able to move forward as fast as you can, if you weren't plugged in. So making sure that you stay plugged into the information and communicating it out to your team is one of the key things. This one, you definitely want to take a screenshot here as well. Okay, so this is the special virtual event schedule for all of March with March Madness going on. These meetings are all like that link that you see there, that static link, the 443 Zoom link, as well as that dial-in number. Make sure you have that dial-in number put in your phone. Like I have it in my favorites as my Zoom phone number. It's called Zoom because it's the same number for every Zoom, and all you have to do is plug in the code at the end of the link, and you can get on there by phone if you can't get on there, with through data. So Mondays, 8 p.m. Customer gathering, brand new slides. You guys, we recorded it. Kirk and Julius did a great job putting that together last night. Awesome. It's up on, the recording is up there. Make sure you're plugging your teams in Mondays at 8 p.m., Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Starting next week on Tuesday. We're not going to do the call to action for the month of March, the rest of the month of March. This is going to be business overview so you can get new people on to take a look at this during the day, during lunch break. So we have a lunch break meeting going on, a business overview, short and sweet. This is going to be like a 15 to 20-minute presentation so we can get them in and out as fast as we can. Tuesday, 8 p.m., business overview, except for March 5th, because we have the Empower Hour going on. And then Tuesdays at 9:30, that's our partners leadership call, which we're doing right now. And then Wednesdays at 8 p.m., business overview. Now, all of these business overviews you're seeing there, we're going to talk about the winners and the raffle. We're going to be doing that at each of these events. Same thing on Thursday. Fridays, we're calling it to be announced because this is going to be an on the fly, most likely virtual meeting where we're just like, it's a pop-up meeting where we're going to be recognizing and awarding winners for the previous day. Saturdays at 10 a.m., fast start training, and then look at the schedule, take that down as well. We have the corporate weekly trainings going on all month, 12 p.m. on Wednesdays, and then the Empower Hour, the directors and above meeting for directors only. And then the Women of Think meeting on Monday, 3/23 at 7 p.m. That's going to be exciting as well. I hear Mandy Smith is doing a social media training, like how to build your business through social media. Guys, some active promotions. I'm already out of breath here, Brendan.
I'll take over for you. Wow,
The heat is on, man. It's just I'll turn it over to you because there's some great stuff happening here. So feel free. I'll advance
oh
the
my gosh,
slides.
Tony, you're the best. Listen, I can listen to you all day long, but I know you need a break. So welcome everybody. It's so great to have you on. Listen, there's this month is just so much activity. But going back to that before, the live presentations are going to be done by yours truly, me, myself, and I, and a bunch of others that are founders or partners that are going to be doing live overviews. So please take advantage of those 8 o'clock at night. I promise you, between Tony, myself, and whoever else that's going to be doing the presentations, you are going to duplicate your business. And it's all about activity and it's all about growing in this month. And anyone that joins our company any day this month can win the day. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But this promotion is specifically for Texas all the way through the end of March. For anyone that signs up for a 1-year rate plan, they normally get $20 on our compensation plan, but this is an additional $50 that gets paid. So that's $70 if someone signs up for a 12-month rate plan. If they go for a 36-month, it's normally $20 as well, but that's an additional 100. So you make $120 for Texas customers. And tonight, our guest speaker tonight, one of the guest speakers is someone that gets a lot of customers in Texas. I can't wait to introduce you to Money Sam. He's our guest featured speaker tonight. So go ahead to the next slide for those Texas folks. Take advantage of that. The heat is on for you guys down there, but you also get to participate in everything else that's going on. So I think that let's go to the next slide. I don't know if we're. Oh yeah, this is for New Jersey folks. Listen, for those folks that signed up for autosave, I'm one of those bridge to autosave plans where you had a 5-month rate, and this goes back, 6, 7 months ago when we were introducing autosave. But in the state of New Jersey, only New Jersey really, if you were on one of those plans and you didn't sign up for autosave, New Jersey, the way the regulation is in New Jersey is they're not allowed to be serviced by a variable rate. So they automatically put those customers, if they didn't take autosave, they automatically put them back to the utility. So we had thousands of customers that signed up thinking they were going to autosave automatically and they didn't. So we're actually paying those same people to go back to those customers for the month of March to go back. It's called the win back, where if they just enroll into autosave, they'll make $20 for the month for every customer that they do. So there's thousands of customers out there. There's going to be, thousands and thousands of dollars of extra commission earned on that promotion. So take advantage of it. If you're in New Jersey, please go back to those existing customers and get them on. Now in community solar, we do have an update. We opened a new inventory for a market called Atlantic City Electric. And it happened to be the developer was offering a 27% discount for customers on community solar, minimum 27% for 300 open slots. Now, I will tell you that this network went bonkers on Sunday when this became available at midnight on Sunday to where we are right now. We have almost sold out. Now, the good news is we haven't sold out of those 300 open slots, meaning you probably got till about 1 o'clock tomorrow. Based on our run rate, it will probably sell out tomorrow. But then you have really unlimited LMI, low to moderate income on that same farm. Although we have been doing a great job of getting low to moderate income on there, there's plenty of slots available. And the company has an open promotion. it's going to pay an extra $50 for low to moderate income all the way till it gets to 700. So there's no time limit on this. So if it takes us 2 months to get low to moderate income on that 700th, you're going to get an extra $50. So that's nice. There's no time limit on that. But let's try to get it, because the one thing that's nice about this farm and this developer is once we do get the 700, because we already basically have the 300, once we get the 700 low to moderate income, that farm gets turned on and the credits start flowing on electric bills. So that could literally happen as soon as 2 or 3 months if we get busy with low to moderate income. So we'll make a concerted effort. We've got some things that we're working on to help expedite that process, but all of you, please take advantage of it. Thanks, Tony. Let's go to the next slide. And then obviously we are just rocking and rolling. We know that this is a promotion that goes all the way through to our convention, where anyone brand new or anyone that's went to our convention that amasses a team of 500 customer or growth credits. For every 500 growth credits that you acquire within your team, you earn a $5,000 bonus, up to $25,000. And if you actually acquire 2,500 team bonus growth credits by the convention, the company will match that, and for a total of 50,000. I am so excited that we have actually 2 winners. Amy she was living large for like 4 days. That she was the first one in our company ever to get to the 500 in the team, and she did it in like 60 days. But someone did it today. Brian did it today. So she's in company. She has company. She's not there all alone. So we have 2 people that have already hit it, and then we have 3 more that are about to hit it. So it's starting to steamroll and it's getting exciting. So please, every one of you can do this. We have till July to start earning these bonuses. Even if you just hit one of them and you got 500 by July, that's an extra $5,000 on top of the comp plan. So it's just an incredible promotion that all of us get to participate in. It's Back to the Future. And obviously, if you've been around the block like me and Tony and all the founders and partners, we still can participate. For those that didn't go to the convention, you have an opportunity to earn half of that for accumulating your team customer growth credits. And so it's amazing. And listen, if it doesn't get any better than that, you have till the end of July. Same deal. 500 credits, trip credits, same thing as a growth credit. 500 trip credits gets you an all expense paid trip for 2 to a tropical destination to be determined and announced very soon. So it's just exciting, 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 just compounding promotion after promotion after promotion. On top of that, we created this Go for the Gold. We want to celebrate those people that are going out and going after it, right? And going out and acquiring and educating customers. Do you notice how I said educating? Because we're not selling anything. We're educating consumers. And the people that educate the most, we're going to get a lot of gold. Tony, how does this promotion work? Go for the Gold. You top 20 people, right? Who enroll customers on electricity. This is for electricity only. It's autosave, or if you're in Texas or any of the Northeast markets, any electric customer counts towards this promotion. It's just electric, not community solar. But the top 20 folks in this promotion can win cash prizes at the end of the month, right? And the first place is 3,000. Second place is 2,000, 1,250, and then you can see fourth is 750, 500, 250 for those slots, 150, and then 100. So a chance to earn. We're giving away $10,000 to the top producers on customer gatherers for electricity. That's awesome. Those customers, by the way, can be enrolled right up to midnight on the 31st, because we're giving all those customers till the 10th to qualify. That's when we'll go do a final audit and we will award the winners and announce those winners on the 10th of April. Exciting. Go for the gold. Were we actually going to give an update right now, Tony, on this? Is that what's coming?
We are. And I know I just asked John to unmute himself. If John Piantek can unmute himself, I'm not sure if he's there. I think he is. I'm
Yeah,
going to see
I'm
if I can
here, Tom.
spotlight him. I'm adding a spotlight to you because I know that you want to chime in here about what we're doing with autosave.
Yeah, it's the bridge, Tony. I mean, think about what we have coming. We have something that nobody else can offer. Any company can offer. We have the batteries coming, right? In many markets, we have more community solar companies coming. So really, this is the bridge to a lot of things. And it's simple, right? I mean, anybody can go out and get 10 autosave customers a day. Can you imagine if you stayed persistent and consistent for a month and you had 300 autosave customers and maybe 50 or 60% of them qualify for the home battery? And then when we get more inventory on community solar, right? These are all plug in and one under one roof. You could have three customers. But it's about the savings we can give to people where we have value. Nobody on this Zoom or nobody in this company should have any hesitation at all to want to go get as many autosave customers in the system as quickly as possible because you're setting yourself up for future success, right? And I don't know how to say it any more clearly, but that is gold, right? We're talking about the gold, go for the gold. I mean, it's gold, but it's where we start and it's where we put our focus to where we find our success. You know, it's not a lottery ticket, folks. We got to, I'm going out, I'm going to go out and put 30, 40, 50 personal customers in this month. Why? Because I can. Why? Because we're helping people. Why? Because we're setting up a bridge to enhance and compound our business. I said we go for it, all of us. I said we all go for it and put our focus on this because if we do it, people are going to follow us. People on your teams are going to follow what you do, not what you say. So that's my 2 cents, Tony. I appreciate you.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it for sure. We've got some great, that's sound advice right there, John. No doubt about it. So we've got some go for the gold leaderboards going on here.
Let's
So
see
let's
who's in the money. Who's
all
in
right,
the
here we
money right
go.
now? Wow, Don and Brenda B is in the money. If it ended today, they'd have $100, right? And they got
You go.
Sarah. There's an $100 coming her way. Wow, Brian D's coming in with 100. Wow, Ronald R. 100. Albin D, 100. Now we go to 150, right? Maria H. Woo, we're starting to add it up. Rita M. Woo, we're rolling here. Ashley M, great job. Abraham F, this is amazing. This now we're cracking into the top 10. David S, congratulations right now. Michaela D, we love it. Now we're getting into the real money. Alex Y, wow. Adina H, the energy team, baby, coming in at 7. I love it. Dwayne A, I love it. This is amazing. You guys are all
Now,
wow. Karen B, we had her on as a guest speaker 2 weeks ago. For those of you that want to know
top
what B
5.
stands for. Wow, top 5. Oh, Ronnie L, I love it. Pennsylvania, I think that's out of. And now the top 3. Alex L. Alex L, for all of you that were here last week, was number 6 on the list and obviously had a pretty good week because was able to move from 6 to 3. Congratulations, Alex. Amazing. Jordan N. Wow, where is this coming from? I love it. And who's in the number 1 spot? Karen D. Wow.
Wow.
That is one heck of a list. Now, I think Karen D may have been on the number 1 slot last week too. So someone's going to knock off Karen D. Who's that going to be? I don't know. But congratulations, Karen. Just keep up the good work. And you got this thing all the way going for the gold. That's your top 20. But let's also show who's in the running, Tony, because it's not, listen, to get to Don and Brenda, number 20, doesn't take much. I was looking through the next 20 people, and they were all within a couple of meters away, by the way, to hitting the crack. So if you're on this list right here, you are not far from getting over to the top 20. And congratulations to those that are on this list. As you guys can see, if your names are there, please give yourself a shout out. And let's get you over to the other side next week because we do this and announce these leaderboard updates every Tuesday night. That's another reason to come and see what we're all about. So that's exciting, Tony, isn't it?
True. I mean, it's like we've got this little horse race going on. Everybody's jockeying around, and I'll tell you what, I bet we've seen the list of like 50 to 100 and beyond 100. There's definitely people that are in the 50s and up to 100, even more, that could actually move right up this list because the numbers get real close as you get further and further down. So it's easy to move up a lot of slots. Everybody that's on this list, you have a chance just by doing a couple little things to really crank up that list very quickly. So it is very exciting. People coming out of nowhere. This list looks nothing like it did last week. Just
Wow.
exciting. So
I love the diversity of it. You have people from all different markets that are on this list. You know, it's nice to see Texans on here, knowing that it's, you know, a little more of a process bringing in customers down there. We have many on here. So, yeah, this is exciting.
No doubt about it. Good stuff. There's more, right? There's more here. We've got the Win the Day promotion going on as well. And this is not just for electricity and autosave. This is for everybody putting customers in. I mean, go get customers any type in any market. It all counts toward the Win the Day promotion. And this is a big one. I mean, it runs for this entire month. And it is very exciting because every day, top 3 enrollers for the day. Like we're going to be doing this every day except on weekends. Weekends, it's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to count as one day. And then we're going to announce these winners on Mondays. So we're going to do winners Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every week. There's going to be 300, 200, 100 given out 5 days a week. And then we're also going to do a drawing at the end, plus a daily raffle on each of those 5 days too, for Empower Impact 26 tickets. So boy, we've got a lot of stuff going on here. So
And listen,
let's,
I do want to highlight a couple things. This is really important. So
Yep.
you can only win the day. The top enroller can only win once a week. Now, if you win today, so whoever wins today, and you're just really good at educating consumers and you win again tomorrow, that's okay. You don't win first. You would automatically go to second. And then whoever was in second would go to first, right? So, but then it resets every week. That's how this is run. So we want to give more and more people just, the opportunity to participate and win this, the top enroller of the day. So, and also we're doing these live announcements every night, right? So the live events at 8 o'clock, that like the live overviews at 8:30, a lot of us partners will pop onto that call and we'll announce who earned the day. So it's a great way for you to invite people to take a look at our company. And if you were one of the lucky ones that enrolled some customers, hey, maybe your prospects will watch you win it in real time. It's going to be exciting. So let's go. Who is our first? Now, the first one that we did for the month of March, because the March started on the first of was a Sunday. We did Sunday and Monday as a combined 2-day total, and Karen D just won herself $100 today. By the way,
patience.
these
Way to go,
payouts,
Karen.
for those of you that are wondering when you're going to get paid, so as soon as they qualify and they do an audit on Friday, so if it audits on Friday, it gets paid the following Friday. So Karen, your $100 is going to be showing up not this Friday in your check, but next Friday. But congratulations, Karen D. Wow, number
Oh,
3.
great job.
That's awesome. Wow, Jordan N. What is going on here? Is there a thing going on here? Jordan M was number 2, $200. Congratulations, Jordan. And
Jordan's in the money.
who's the big winner? Drum roll. Ba, 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 ba,
Here
ba.
it goes, the drum roll happening. This is a surprise winner for the last 2 days, right? Boom. Oh, you were talking about it, Brendan. A big day.
Big day.
Big day.
Wow,
guy,
I think
Alex,
what do you say? He
I'll
went
tell
from
you.
6th place to 3rd place to leader on this contest. This guy's moving it.
Crazy.
Oh.
Crazy.
$300 going into your pocketbook, Alex. Congratulations. This is amazing. Good job. Way to win the day. Remember, today was another day. Someone won today. Tomorrow night, after our overview tomorrow night, which I'm doing at 8:30, we're going to announce who won today's day, and then tomorrow and so forth and so on. It's going to be every day at the 8 o'clock hour. So
Hey,
amazing.
Brendan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important to mention too here that, for this particular day, this was 2 days, Sunday and Monday. So moving forward, the numbers to win are probably going to be smaller, but everybody has a chance. So I just want to make a point of that. This was a 2-day total that separated these 3 people. Moving forward, it'll be for the day.
For the day.
And one other thing that I want to mention, let's just say you throw in 1 meter. What does that get you? If you're not a winner of the first, second, or third, what does putting in just 1 meter get you?
Get you in the raffle. It gets you in the raffle, which, by the way, we conducted right before the call. It was witnessed by all your Partner Plus, and we had to verify. And it took us 20 minutes to verify this name, but no, we did a random raffle. We're using AI. Jimmy's an AI genius now, and he's got this app that's just amazing. And we all witnessed it together. And so all you got to do is put 1 customer in a day to get in the raffle, and that raffle award winner will get a ticket to the convention. It's $129 value. If
See
you
who
already
got
have bought, if you've already bought a ticket, by the way, and you win it, you can gift it to any one of your front levels. So that's huge. You can use it as a recruiting tool.
And you're
So-
also in the big one at the end, too.
Yeah, which is nice.
That's right. That's right. Let's see what we've got. Who is it?
West G.
West
Does
G.
anybody
West
know who
G.
West G is? I mean,
West
let's
G
West
out of
G.
Texas.
Texas.
West
Another
G out of
Texan.
Texas. All right,
I
we just
love it.
himself a trip to the Empowered in Philadelphia, so he doesn't have to pay for his ticket. We got him covered on the raffle. So any one of you
Fantastic.
can do it. And by the way, I do want everyone to know this is really exciting for the network. When we ran the numbers for this, 347 individual people put a meter in the last 3 days. 347 individual people, meaning 347 at least put one. Obviously, we know the winners put a lot more than one in, but that's an awesome job for the network, Coach. So congratulations to all of you who participated, who's out educating their communities. You guys are all doing an incredible job. All right, what do we have anything left? I mean,
Fantastic.
where are we going from here? I mean, this is
Where are we going from here? We're going to bring up one of our special guests here to talk a little bit about the Texas market. You know, we've been hammering out things in New Jersey and Pennsylvania and Illinois. We've been hearing a lot about that. So if he can come off of, got his camera. There he goes. I think I found him. I can put him on a spotlight here. I'll make a quick introduction here. And bring him up. So this gentleman hails from Texas. We're going to hear a little bit about his story as well, because I want everybody to listen in to what's going on with Money Sam. We affectionately call him Money Sam, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of great things happening here. Sam has been out there in Texas. He's leading the charge. He comes off of just doing a great meeting that they started in Dallas. Last night, I think it was last night, with our chief growth officer. So that's going to be a regular Monday meeting that they have going on in Dallas. So if you know anybody in the Dallas area, Mondays is Sam, and Mandy Smith was there last night as well, presenting. Great job. I heard some great things about that meeting. And Sam, thanks for putting that on and making that a home for everybody to get to locally there. But Sam, we'd love to hear tell us a little bit about your background and why you're so excited about what's happening, with you and with Think Plus and your team. Let's hear that first.
Man, why wouldn't you be excited after what you guys just showed on the screen? I was getting ready to try to sign up again. Where do I sign up again? Man, there's so much money on the table. I tell you what, when I got in about 2 years ago, I was fed up with multi-level marketing. I had seen a lot of companies. I had some disappointments. I was just fed up. I wasn't interested in looking at it, nothing else. And I got approached by this opportunity called Think. And when you think about the AI technology that we're doing, and you think about all the stuff that we're doing, no one else is doing it. And just in the 2 years, when I got in, we was in 3 states. Now we're in 17 states. And this has really changed my life. But I got to tell you guys, when I first got in, I was so excited because I have a huge family in Illinois, because that's where I'm really originally from. And I got a huge following in Chicago, Peoria, all over Illinois. And so I was all excited. So I called my brother-in-law, and I just knew he was going to sign up as a customer, very intelligent businessman. So I call him up, show him the video, and I do a three-way. So Tony's doing a three-way for me. And so he asks Tony, well, if I get into the business, what does Sam get? And he says, well, Sam get paid. He says, well, what if I get into the business? Then Tony said, you'll get paid. He says, well, I think I'll do the business. No, I want you as a customer, because I have a huge family. I was looking at signing up a whole bunch of customers. So he says, no. He says, I think I want my own money. So he signs up as a rep, gets certified, and he calls me up and says, Sam, we got a big family. You got a big family. Who gets the family? I'm like, I was counting on this. I said, well, I'll tell you what, since you signed up, I'll give you the family. Mind you, I'm in Texas. I know basically 3 people. So he gets the family, and I'm thinking, how do I get my customers? Because he just stole everything from me. So I started thinking about, okay, what can I do? So what I did is I started looking at people I do business with. And I had to learn how to analyze that bill. And you start using that terminology I'm a certified energy advisor. Can I analyze your bill? See if I can save you some money. And so I got a few bills. I started looking at it and showing them. And then all of a sudden, they called me back and said, man, this is pretty good. I said, well, can you offer me an opportunity to talk to your friends? And I started getting referrals. So basically, all my business is my customers came from referrals. And that's the one thing that's missed. People don't ask for referrals. Remember, we're a business. So go after those referrals and ask them, because they save them some money. Ask them, hey, you got some friends and family that I can talk to and save them some money. And that's how I got my business going. And because I'm going to tell you something, when you start getting on calls and people say, how many customers you got? Well, I got 5 customers. That's embarrassing. You're supposed to be a leader in this company. You got 5 customers. No. And I said, I'll never let that happen again. And I went out and got my 20 plus customers. So I will never, as a leader, be embarrassed. And then I teach that. Go out and get your customers so you can be a leader in this company.
Yeah, Sam, that's a great. I love the points that you made there. And what has been your experience like? I know you've been bringing a lot of bills. I remember you sending over bill after bill after bill. Let's analyze this. How does this work? What do we do? How does this look? First of all, how difficult or easy is it to analyze a bill in Texas? And what has been your experience like? What kinds of money have you been saving people, percentages wise and stuff like that? What has been your experience?
Great questions. Well, one of the things that people need to understand in Texas, people are real big on the rate. So you got to understand the rate. And so what I do is I teach my people how to read the bill according to compare apples to apples. And so what I do is I show people, let's see our rate versus their rate. And one of the things I thought is a really good secret I do too is that not only do I show them how to compare apples to apples, and then I tell the customer, I'll get the customer on the phone and show them how we analyze their bill. And then I'll say, well, let's put our rate. What if you were with us and we put our rate into where you're at right now? And then they're like, I would say that much money? That automatically wakes the customer up because now I took our rate and put where their rate is. And that actually educates the customer on what they would have saved if they would have been with us. And that right there wakes the customer up big time. But we've been saving customers, listen to this, anywhere between $40 and $100 a month in savings.
Seriously, that's a lot.
But Tony, can I say this also? A lot of times people get really scared when they say, well, I get free nights and weekends. I get excited when I hear that because I know that what they do is they jack people's rate up during other times to compensate for that nights and weekends, and you got to show the customer that.
Yeah, I remember you showing that to me, Sam, when we were talking. You said, take a look at this bill. And I remember looking at it and I didn't know how that actually worked. But when you showed me that, I was like, we looked through and actually used your, just taking a look at the bill and looking at the formula there and just saying, hey, here's the rate that's listed right on the bill. And let's compare it. And when we actually took out a calculator and just took a couple minutes and did it, I remember, Sam, it was just like we realized that customer, you were going back to that customer saying, your free nights and weekends was ending up costing you, putting you at a 22-cent rate when you could actually sign up with Think, and it was like 14 cents for us at the time. And
Yes.
and that was a big eye opener, I remember, for that customer, and then the referrals that came from after that customer,
Yes.
exactly as you said. So yeah, that's definitely what is happening. And so what do you feel like? You're in Texas, you're out there talking to people. How does the battery program, how does that, translate into you talking to people, and what is that looking like for you and your team in Texas?
Well, don't get me too excited now. I'm going to tell you something. I had spent some time with Ed last weekend, and me and Ed was so fired up about this battery program. I tell you what, this battery program, guys, is a life-changing game changer. I had one of my people on this call. We got her in the business, and she was the most skeptic person in the world. She got into business because her friend, and all of a sudden the battery program comes. And they said, well, let's get her a battery and see what happens. I think I hear from her now 3 or 4 times a day now. She's got a testimony out of this world, and she's like, Sam, you got to come over. You got to get her whole neighborhood. She's in a neighborhood where you got these $1 million homes, And she's like, Sam, you got to come over. We got to get all the neighborhood. I got to tell these neighbor. That is what we're going to have, guys. We're going to have people who wasn't interested in the business when they find out about this battery program. And I'm going to tell you, it's a whole different compensation. It's a whole different payout. That is a game changer that's going to put, I hate to say this, other companies out of business.
Sam.
We're going to be a life changer.
Sam, John here, man. How you
Hey,
doing,
man,
brother?
how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. It was great seeing you last weekend, man. Sam, you said something early on that I think goes over most people's heads. You said we have something that nobody else has, right? With our
Yes.
technology and the battery program and the community solar. Is that what really intrigued you most about this, Sam, with your background, your history? Knowing we have something, we have deep pockets, we have big investors behind us, but more importantly, we have technology that's going to unlock value for people, right?
Yes.
All over the United States. Is that what really got you revved up, man?
John, I'm going to tell you something else, though, that I think is a real big overlook. Yes, we have AI technology, but this is something that I think is overlooked a lot. We have founders that has an invested interest in everybody that comes into this company. I'm talking about, we don't take advantage of the founders like we should. If people really understood that everyone that's a founder, they want to see everyone become successful because it's a benefit to all the founders.
Yep.
And when you start realizing that, and then you look at the technology, the AI technology, and all the different services, that we're light years ahead of everybody else.
Yep. Yep. And Sam, I have people that ask me, am I too late to the game?
The game's just getting started.
I actually had Michael Falquist over my house the other day with his family, and we had some really, really nice conversation. And he looked at me, he said, you know what, Big John? We haven't even started this game. We're in the top of the first of a doubleheader. That's how big this opportunity is going to be. So I think it's important for people to understand what you're involved with, right? And if you're willing to go to work, if you're willing to commit yourself, right, and lead other people, it's going to be life-changing. It's that simple, Sam.
Well, John, I'm going to tell you something. I work basically about 45. I had a job that I work 45 hours a week. 45 hours a week. And I find time during the time I drive time, at night, when I get home, on weekends. I find time because I understand something. Right now, this company is at the airport. We're at the airport. They're looking, right now it's time to get your ticket to get on the plane to success. If you take your ticket and buy your ticket now and invest your time, you're going to get on that plane. That plane's going to ride you right to success.
That's right. I appreciate you, Sam.
Appreciate it. Love you, Big John.
Love you too, brother.
Hey, John, I love what you said before. Right now we're building that bridge, right? Sam, you hit it on too. And as soon as you said it, John, I thought of San Francisco, and I thought we're building the Golden Gate Bridge, guys. That is what we are doing. Right on the other side is a rainbow, right? That's where we're going.
No doubt about it.
I got a
man.
question for you, Sam. Just because inquiring minds want to know. Wow.
Brandon, how you doing, man? We got to get you back down to Texas, man.
Buddy, listen, I love your thought of you should use me more often. Listen, we're here to help all of you, is like you said. So listen, we love doing virtual kickoffs. But how did you come up, like, who was it, your big family, like, who gave you the name Money Sam? Like, where did that come from? I just thought we all want to know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I was in another multi-level company. We're not allowed to say now. I love handing out money. Tony can tell you about that. I love handing out money, and I love to make money, and I like to change people's lives. And they said, "Boy, Big Sam, you Money Sam." And someone again, I said, I like that name, so I just ran with it. Money Sam.
Well, now we all know, everyone. You can, and by the way, if you want to see Money Sam in action, Dallas every Monday night. I can't believe you're doing that. Thank you, by the way, for organizing.
I'll tell you what, Brendan, you better warn everybody. That man is strong. That man got a big old bear hug, man.
Well, listen, that meeting's going to grow. I can already see it already. You have to start something somewhere, right? I'll never forget when Ed and I started our first meeting in Maryland, back in 2010, and it was in our conference room. And we had cheese and crackers and wine, and we had like 8 people show up, but it was those 8 people that night started something that within 3 months we didn't see a room of less than 200 for a whole year straight. But it has to start
Yep.
somewhere, and you got to share. You all on this call, you have to share the vision and how big this vision really is. And it's your vision what people are going to follow. Listen, I will tell you that our parent company, Energy Well, that's building out the battery system, if you go to their website right now, you can see it's very, very plain. It all basically says coming. What these guys are building behind the scenes is scary in terms of when they flip the switch and you see what this thing's about in terms of the battery. Because a lot of people are saying that we have a video, right? But we don't, it's just a small 3-minute video. It really doesn't explain anything more than just the technology and kind of give you a teaser of how it works. When it unwinds itself, and all of a sudden, come April, mid-April, when this thing starts to become more transparent, and all of a sudden everyone realizes what we're doing, it'll be some of you, it'll be too late because
Yes.
you waited too late. You got to start now. And you got to start building your army. You got to share that vision because I'm telling you right now, when that flips and all of a sudden Energy Well's website has all the information you could ever need about the power of batteries and the value proposition to the consumers, it's over. You're going to have so many people join your business. It's not even funny. You just even talk about batteries right now and people will join your business. Imagine when you can back it up with all the facts and everything that's coming. So this is where we're at. That's why March Madness, we did all these promotions because we know you got to drive volume now. This is the time. When the founders tell you to go to work, this is the time.
Yes.
We're working as hard as all you guys are. We're on constant Zooms all day. We're on Zooms every day. We're doing whatever we can to help this network. But go to work now. Put forth the effort. You will not be sorry when you come into April and May when all of a sudden it starts to go crazy with this company. So, guys, this has been a great Money Sam. You've been awesome, man. I appreciate your words of wisdom to the Texas folks that are building with you down there. You guys are going to get that battery. I think there's at least last I heard there was between 50 and 70 batteries already installed down there with the beta
Yeah.
program. And that's just growing now. They're expanding that. And then, by the way, we're going to start seeing that expansion going to New Jersey, Illinois, and Pennsylvania very quickly here. We're on the heels of Texas, and it's going to be here before we know it. So, Ed did a meeting in Maryland tonight. Ed, how was that meeting? You did a live meeting. What was up there?
It was awesome. We've got we've got a community solar here in Maryland, and it just converted over into consolidated billing. And all of a sudden, there's a lot of people coming in. And I told everyone there tonight, I said, listen, in the month of February, since consolidated billing happened, we've gotten about 500 customers on farms. And in the previous 8 months before February, we got about 500 customers. So we managed to do in 1 month what we did in 8 months. That's the difference. And when I tell you, here's an interesting thing that happened tonight because I went through all the services. I got to autosave and the battery, and I couldn't even continue on with the presentation because hands started going up. And I just said, you know what? I would wait till at the end for questions, but questions started coming in, and next thing you know, it was like a half an hour Q&A session on the interest and the pain out there is real for people. People want a solution, and autosave is the gateway to the solution. I'm telling you, it was a wild meeting because people just they want solutions. I'm telling you right now, everybody out there is looking for solutions for their higher energy costs. It's a real problem, and we are coming in with the solutions. All you got to do is open your mouth.
Awesome. Well, good for you. Maryland's on fire. You got a lot
On
of
fuego. On
Listen,
fuego.
put it on your calendars, guys. March 18th, Michael Falquist is actually going to be in Maryland, lighting it up at a big meeting in Columbia. All the details, like I said, if you plug in every Tuesday night, man, we're always going to tell you what's hot, what do you take advantage of, And that's one that if you're in the Maryland area, I don't care if you're within 5 hours of that place, you want to drive and get to that meeting because it's going to be packed. And FallQuest is going to lay out the vision of our company from a community solar standpoint all the way up to the battery. And with every day that goes by, more information from the CEO is going to get delivered to the field. So any opportunity to see him is going to be gold. Kirk Horan, what do you say, my friend? We haven't heard much of you tonight, but you've been just because you've been. We're trying to keep his voice intact for all the big meetings he's doing for the rest of the week, right? So, Kirk Horan, what's up, man? What are you doing? How's your team doing down there in Florida?
Yeah, listen, we come out of the leadership summit, and I think everybody that was there would agree that, there was no teams. It was a unified front, and it was amazing, just being with everybody and how it felt. It reminded me when we came out of Cancun. It was like, there was just something about that specific trip. It wasn't necessarily the best location we've ever been to, but there was something about it that it just became one of my favorite trips because everybody was unified. And, right now people are starting to get their confidence about what they have their hands on. The CEO of this company is certainly a man of integrity, and he's a man of his word. He comes through on every aspect. I remember when I met you guys, he was talking about this technology, and I was just excited to get back into the energy space, and I didn't care. And I remember when the thermostat program launched, I was like, what's the big deal about this? But then you started seeing the rates go down a little more in Texas and a little more. And then he gave us that scenario, that specific scenario on July 30th in Texas, and how they curtailed the electricity load by 40%. I say it all the time, but I love to say it. We are a cloud-based technology company in the energy space, bringing innovation and value to an industry that hasn't changed in 100 years, and it feels good to be a part of it. I'm telling everybody this is like being in at the beginning of the internet, being in at the beginning of cell phones. We're on to something big, and you just have to keep going and keep swinging that pickaxe. And don't be the guy that had one more swing to hit the gold and he turned around. So I'm pumped up, man. There's a lot of momentum building. We can feel it. I'm exhausted, to be honest with you. We're on calls. It's like,
I
work
told
from
you
home.
I was gonna say you shouldn't talk anymore because we're gonna need you for the rest of the week. So you're done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is amazing that we have this month of March, right? This weekly thing. I'm so excited to see these weekly winners. But I'm telling you guys, the ones that go out there and capitalize on this March Madness are going to be the ones that are going to be walking across the stage at Empower, right? Because what you do this month, I mean, holy cow, you're going to be recognized for winning a trip. You're maybe getting the $5,000, already two people getting that. I mean, I got some feelings right now going that somebody might get that check for $25,000, maybe a couple people, right? I mean, it's right there. They did that in a month, right? They did
Yeah,
that first
definitely gonna happen.
5,000. And how many months do we have to go, right? All of March, April, May, June, and half of July, right? For that particular one, that's $25,000 if you just do that again, right?
Plus,
Unbelievable.
plus the other 25. It's total of 50 grand.
Plus, you probably have a bigger team go doing it. The odds are even better, right? It just doesn't. It's going to happen. It's exciting.
There's another thing that I want everyone to know on this call. When you bring on a new advisor into this business, everyone knows 10 o'clock Saturday morning, new advisor orientation, get them in. And then on Monday nights now, thanks to Kirk and Julius, who started this, customer acquisition training every Monday night. So your brand new advisors, get them on these two critical calls. They're every week. It's just we're creating a beautiful system. What do people need to do when they get in here? They need to get customers and get advisors. Well, those two things are predictable every single week. So plug people in. Thank you, Kirk, for doing that. And thank you, Tony, for your constant trainings on Saturday. They're awesome.
Just keep them rolling. We're going to have more. I think we're going to have a whole group of trainings throughout the week. I envision something. Hey, there's something during the day for somebody. There's something at night for somebody. So I think that's where we're headed with this, is to make sure we're capturing everybody's attention and making it available for people at all different times of the day and week. So I think that's where we're headed. for sure.
So one other thing is, something's kind of slipping through the cracks here because we're so excited about it. We're stacking savings, we're stacking cash here, but if you really want to stack the cash, people need to start registering for the convention. This thing is going to be the big one for us. Right here in Philly, we have all these people, that are up on this list right now. We're all in the Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland market. So this is going to be the biggest convention we've had yet. And I encourage people to grab your tickets now before it's too late. The price will go up again at some point. And I just want to make a point here. I'm sure that the founder saw that Trisha Horan put in 3 customers today.
Who's that?
I was like, what the heck is going on down there in
You know
Florida?
what? She's in the raffle. She's in the raffle at least for tomorrow night, right?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
two Texas and a New York. That's $270.
We'll have her on as our
Wow.
special guest speaker next week. I bet she'll love that.
Oh, she's in the money. Yeah.
Listen,
All
we
right.
still an hour and 20 minutes left for tonight. So if you're going for the day, you still have till midnight tonight. And then it restarts at midnight and it's a brand new day. So everybody, thanks for joining us on our Partners Plus call every Tuesday night, where you're going to get all the activity, all the action, all the latest news, all the things that are happening in your neighborhood. Thank you for joining Tony and all our partners, John and everyone. Thank you guys. Congratulations to our winners. Amazing.
Yes.
Congrats, everybody.
You guys,
Congrats,
we will
all
see you
the
guys.
winners. Good job, Sam. Awesome night,
Excellent,
everybody.
Great job.
Sam.
Appreciate it, Sam. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Good night,
Have a
all.
great night.
Jimmy, you're gonna have to start playing some music like Julius does on the Mojo after we're done. You're the AI guy. You branded
that AI
yourself.
going.
All right, Jim.
I did
You-
not.
You're
Not
the,
yet.
you're
Not
the
yet.
guy. Get your song selections going. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you
Take
tomorrow.
care.
Good
Take
night.
care all.